Today we're making a Super Bowl steak cheese sandwich. First, we're going to start by finely dicing up some shallots. Once your shallots are finely diced, maybe run your knife through it one more time to make sure. Then we're going to bring out a habanero. We're going to take off both ends of that habanero and slice it into thin strips. Once the habanero's in some strips, we are going to dice it up nice and fine like the shallot. You can use any pepper you'd like, but I like the fruity spiciness of a habanero pepper. I think it'll go real well with this. After that, we're going to chop up some parsley as well to go with our chimichurri. I guess I didn't really say this is a chimichurri type of sauce. We're going to take those three ingredients and put them in a bowl. Then we're going to add our oil and vinegar over that. Once the oil and vinegar is added, we will stir it up and set it aside. Don't forget to make it rain with some salt over your chimichurri. Once the salt's added, add some freshly ground black pepper, and that should do it for your chimichurri. Give it a little stir, and there you go. Once your chimichurri is done, you're going to get an onion and finely slice it, because that is going to go into a hot pan, and it's going to caramelize real nice and add a level of sweetness to our Philly steak and cheese. Add your oil, throw in a tab of butter. Make it rain with those onions. And once the onions are in, make it rain with a little bit of salt on top. You're going to saute that in a pan for around 15 minutes until those onions get nice and golden brown. Oh, don't forget to add that black pepper. While that's cooking, we're going to do some cheese real nice. Once that's grated, we're going to take a look at our onions again and see they're browning up real good. That's about 10 minutes. That's about 15 minutes there. And once they're nice and golden brown, we're going to take those off the pan. Then we're going to start on our cheese sauce with some heavy cream, and we're just going to add that cheese that we grated into the pot and let that all simmer together. While your cheese sauce is simmering away, you might as well grab a loaf of bread. I'm using ciabatta here, and slice it in half. Once your bread's sliced in half and you got your cheese sauce simmering away, you want to season your steak up real nice with some salt. Look at it rain there. That's a nice flake salt I'm using. Once your pan's nice and hot, you want to add some oil, then add your steak to that pan. Ooh, you're going to hear that sizzle. Just a few minutes on each side. You want to get a nice dark brown crust on that bottom side. And once it's nice and dark and brown, you're going to flip it over. Look at that smoke. Look at that crust. You're going to add some herbs and some butter to the pan. Then you're going to baste that steak. And try to let all that butter melt first before you start basting. It might make it a little bit easier. But look at it. That's just one beautiful steak getting tossed in some butter and getting ready to be plated up. Once your steak's done, you'll plate it up with some more of that butter, garlic, and herbs. Once your steak is resting, you want to take your sliced bread, throw it in a hot pan with some oil and butter, and you want to toast both sides till it's golden brown. After that, your steak should be rested 10 minutes. You'll slice it up as I'm doing here, and it's about a nice medium rare, which I prefer for grass-fed steak for this type of sandwich. And then we start the assembly with the cheese sauce going down first. Look at that beautiful grass-fed cheddar cheese sauce, followed by that grass-fed steak. This is all organic, of course, because, that's how we roll in this day and age. Once you get all your steak on top, there should be a nice amount there. You want to start adding your caramelized onions and just kind of place that lightly on top. That'll be a nice sweet addition to the steak with the savory meat and kind of this spicy sauce we're putting on top with the habaneros, parsley, and shallots. Once you get that all smeared on top, you're going to put some more cheese sauce on the top piece of bread, and then you're going to flop that baby on top and cut into 4 pieces. And
all right, we cut up the sandwich. This is going to be a messy one. I'm going to take a bite and see how we did.
That's it. Let's go, baby.